All right, it is 6 o'clock and I will call this meeting to order. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right. Lynn, can you do roll call, please?
Madam Mayor Jacqueline Wells.
Here.
Vice Mayor Darrell Garna.
Here.
Councilmember Derek Elliott.
Here.
Councilmember Tanya Lumen.
Here.
Councilmember Terry Pedersen.
Here.
Councilmember Steve Sanger.
Here.
Councilmember Bruce Seeloff.
Here.
Thank you.
All right. Moving down to the approval of the agenda. Councilmember Sanger.
I move to approve the June 9th, 2025 Special City Council agenda as presented.
Second.
Okay, the motion's been made and seconded to approve the June 9th, 2025 Special City Council agenda as presented. Any discussion? All right, Lynn, will you open online voting, please?
Online voting is open. Online voting is closed. The motion passes with 7 yeas.
All right, moving down to a public hearing for the resolution authorizing a budget amendment to the fiscal year 2024 municipal budget for the expenditures of the city of Rawlins, Wyoming. Is there anybody here that would like to talk about the public hearing for the budget amendment? Okay. Seeing none, I'll move down to opening of a public hearing for the ordinance repeal and recodification for approval of second reading and waive the reading of the ordinance repealing and recodifying Chapter 8.16 nuisances of the Rawlins Municipal Code. Is there anybody here that would like to speak on this issue? Okay. Moving down to the third and final public hearing, which is the ordinance for the third and final reading and waiving the reading of the fiscal year 2025-2026 municipal budget. Is there anybody here that would like to speak on this? Okay, seeing none, we'll move down to unfinished business. The first item is a ratification MOU between the City of Rawlins and the Town of Sinclair Police Department regarding impound and shelter services. Councilmember Sanger?
I move to approve the memorandum of understanding between the City of Rawlins and the Town of Sinclair Police Department regarding impound and shelter services at the Rawlins Rochelle Animal Shelter and approve Mayor Jacqueline Wells to sign the ratification document.
Second.
Okay, the motion's been made and seconded to approve an MOU between the City of Rawlins and the Town of Sinclair regarding impound and shelter services. Is there any discussion? Did anybody want to speak on this, or Anita?
Thank you, Madam Mayor, Honorable Council. On this animal shelter MOU, it has already been approved by the Town of Sinclair, and essentially it just needs the council signature, approval and signature to place it in force.
Any discussion?
And then just also, I'm sorry, as a matter of clarification, what this MOU, this is not unique to Sinclair, but to several other agencies that the animal shelter does partner with in regard to either taking in strays found within some of the other smaller municipalities in Carbon County, or as a temporary shelter for law enforcement situations, for example, highway patrol, sheriff, where there may be an accident. And what this MOU does is it includes the fees that were within council's fee resolution, and it just communicates those to the other organizations.
Thank you. Any discussion from council? All right, Lynn, when you're ready, will you open online voting, please?
Online voting is open. Online voting is closed. The motion passes with 7 yeas.
Okay, moving down to unfinished business item B, ordinance to repeal and recodify and approve second reading and waive the reading of the ordinance repealing and recodifying Chapter 8.16 nuisance of the Rawlins Municipal Code. Does anybody have any discussion on this item? Councilwoman
No.
Lumen?
Excuse me, madam, you need a motion to.
Oh, I'm sorry. Would you like?
I make a motion to move to approve second reading and waive reading of the ordinance repealing and recodifying of Chapter 8.16 nuisances of the Rawlins Municipal Code.
Do I hear a second?
I'll second.
Okay. Now the motion's been made and seconded to approve second reading and waive the reading of ordinance repealing and recodifying of Chapter 8.16 nuisances of the Rawlins Municipal Code. Any discussion? Attorney Mayberry.
Thank you, Madam Mayor, Honorable Council. This is up for second reading today within this special meeting. Just as a matter of timing, the reason for this is so that we can bring it for third reading at our next council meeting next week. Provide sufficient time to, before it goes into effect July 1st. And there's also going to be a few other transitions being formalized along with those, with that timeline regarding code enforcement.
Okay. Any other discussion? All right. Lynn, will you open online voting, please?
Online voting is open. Online voting is closed. The motion passes with 7 yeas.
Okay, moving down to an ordinance for third and final reading and waiving the reading of the fiscal year 2025-2026 municipal budget. Councilwoman Lumen?
Move to approve the third and final reading and waive the reading of the ordinance for the fiscal year 2025-2026 municipal budget.
Second.
Okay, the motion's been made and seconded to approve the third and final reading and waive the reading of the ordinance for the fiscal year 2025-2026 municipal budget. City Manager Sarvey, I'll let you begin.
Thank you, Madam Mayor, Mr. Vice Mayor, and Honorable Council. The third and final reading of the budget, we have submitted the exact same document that was there for the second reading of the budget. So we did not alter that document in any way. And so I'm happy to answer any questions that you might have. I know that the turnaround was pretty quick on the second reading after you received the document. I'm happy to answer any questions, and if not, that's just the document we would like to submit.
Any further discussion? Councilmember Garner?
My concern, my only issue with this one is the same as last time with the golf course, putting the funds to taxpayer money from local businesses to their competition. It's going to be one thing that I will never agree with. So, and that's still in here, from what I'm understanding. Correct? Thank you.
Yep. No, that is noted. Thank you.
Any other discussion? All right, Lynn, will you open online voting, please?
Online voting is open. Online voting has closed. The motion passes with 6 yeas and 1 nay. The 1 nay was Vice Mayor Garner.
Okay, moving down to new business, with the resolution authorizing a budget amendment to fiscal year 2024-2025 municipal budget for expenditures to the city of Rawlins. Do I hear a motion? Councilmember Singer?
I move to approve resolution authorizing a budget amendment to the fiscal year 2024-2025 municipal budget for expenditure from brownfield grant revenue in the amount of $500,000.
Second.
Okay, the motion's been made and seconded to approve a resolution authorizing a budget amendment to the fiscal year 2024-2025 municipal budget for expenditure from Brownsville grant revenue in the amount of $500,000. Any discussion? Councilmember Singer.
So Tom, this is for the $500,000, but what part of the Brownsfield, because we have like 5 or 6 different things within this Brownsfield, what is this for?
Correct. Honorable Mayor, Councilman Sanger. So what this is the initial beginning of the brownfield. We've had a kickoff and we've selected some properties that we want to do phase 1, phase 2's on. And what this is for heirs and associates' time to date on that grant. So we are estimating within this fiscal year about $90,000 of the $500,000 would be spent. We just put in the $500,000 because that is the amount of the grant itself. And it is also in the fiscal year 26 budget. We do have the same, but it was not approved in 25 for expenditures. When we did the budget last year, we didn't know of the expenditures, how much, or even have a contractor at that time.
Councilmember Singer.
So this is not to a specific project.
Correct.
So it's just the work that they've already done?
Correct.
Okay. For heirs?
Yes. Yeah, all of it is to heirs.
Okay.
Any other discussion or questions? All right. Lynn, will you open online voting, please?
Online voting is open. Online voting has closed. The motion passes with 7 yeas.
Okay. Moving down to an executive session. Councilwoman Lewin.
Move to enter into executive session at 6:12 PM per Wyoming Statute 16-4-405A 9 and 2 to consider or receive any information classified as confidential by law, to consider the appointment, employment, right to practice, or dismissal of public officer, professional person, or employee, or to hear complaints of charges brought against employee, professional person, or officer, unless the employee, professional person, or officer requests a public hearing. The governing body may exclude from any public or private hearing during the examination of a witness any and all other witnesses in the matter being investigated. Following the hearing or executive session, the governing body may deliberate on its decision in executive session.
Second.
Okay, it's been made and motion made and seconded to enter executive session at, was it 6:13 or 6:12?
6:12.
6:12 PM. Any discussion? All right, Lynn, will you open online voting, please?
Online voting is open. Online voting has closed. The motion passes with 7 yeas.
Oh, then I might have read that.
I think you'd be behind.
Uh,
I don't think you'd be behind.
I think do you have anything?
No, I just have one thing for you to sign, but that's.
Okay. It's just the council. Yep. Okay.
Thank you.
Mark called about the bathroom, I was like,
Yeah, he called me.
We just talked
Yeah.
about
It's on his list.
I only asked her about this, I'm gonna be, I'm going to this.
yeah.
Okay.
we need to have it signed off ahead of time. So if they have, Sarah's oh, and then there's, so we can resubmit it. No, just do that. And have to make sure ahead of time.
Yes, Sinclair.
Oh.
And we met John for.
They put up with this from me.
Clear from age, huh? Good. Yeah.
They thought it was only
Kelly.
Yeah. What do you guys do? All of the above and then some. Right.
She's my biggest critic.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Good. We were just out there a year ago. My wife graduated from Manchester, New Hampshire College, and so we drove over and then up to Portland.
And we're, what, 45 minutes from.
Yeah,
Okay,
exactly.
yeah.
Yeah, so it's out of my house.
One of my bucket listings in life was to eat lobster on the coast, so we went to a port here and ate lobster. It was good.
Well, the one version I looked at was, so.
Yeah.
Well, see, it's a little fresher than.
Yeah, it's pretty fresh. The boats are coming and going right there.
Nice
Yeah,
to meet you.
nice to meet you.
And.
We hang out until after executive.
Well, yeah, once you have all
Depends on
your.
how long went there and I got things to do.
Yeah. Your specs, your special provisions, see.
Like finish putting my
Yeah,
house
those
back
types of things. I'm only tasked with.
Putting my house back together.
And then.
Did you tear it apart?
Yeah.
What were you doing?
And windows and stuff coming.
Oh, yeah.
It's not a little project.
You know,
It's a whole thing. It's complicated stuff.
Removed a whole bunch of siding,
I didn't
door
notice
stuff.
that.
Yeah, it's all tore apart at the minute. I removed the door stuff and it was, had spots that the rod clear through. So
Oh,
that
man.
the door, it was just, it's 2 inch thick board. You just take a knife and stick it clear through and yeah, it was just horrible. Looks like I rented it. He's like, it's gonna take forever trying to drill holes and break up the sledgehammer.
Some of it is.
Yeah, I had spots there like that in the sheeting, it was just horrible. So when I'm done, in another 5 years maybe.
just because you're not here.
It'll look something like that, and then I got a deck, we're gonna put in the front door stuff instead of the concrete. It's slow, but it's coming.
Right.
Yes.
It's not contract, come and look at it, like, $5,000 just to do the windows inside, nothing to do with the concrete.
I snuck in. I snuck in behind her.
It's a totally building.
She's got to get out with her.
Here you go.
I know, right? Anybody's going to someone's league. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
There is a microphone. mean, it's over a little.
Oh, oh, we gotta wait for
I know.
our other people. Sorry, Bruce, I'm in your road here. All right, Councilmember Patterson.
Move to come out of executive session for Wyoming Statute 16-4-406 A 9 and 2 at 6:31 p.m.
Second.
Okay, the motion's been made and seconded to come out of executive session at 6:31 p.m. Any discussion? Okay, were there any objections for matters discussed in executive session? Oh, sorry. Lynn, will you open online? I'm in a hurry tonight, I guess.
Go to Iceland once and look what happened.
I know.
Forgets everything.
Forgets everything.
Everything.
Online voting is open.
Okay.
Online voting is closed. The motion passes with 7 yeas.
All right. Were there any objections for matters discussed in executive session? Okay. Seeing that there are no objections to executive session and no further business that needs to be brought before the council, we'll adjourn this meeting at 6:32 p.m.